Welcome to online classes, Brooklyn Grammar High School, Medpalli. In this video, I will teach about motion from class 9th, and you are going to learn about what is relative, right or left, up and down, idea of motion, and distance and displacement. Before that, let me give some introduction about motion. So what is motion? Moving objects are said to be in motion. For example, a man is walking on the road. Now you can say man is in motion. Bird is flying. Yes, bird is in motion. We see several examples of motion around us, like motion of people, motion of birds, motion of vehicles, trains, aeroplanes, etc. And we know that it is due to the motion of the earth. Am I right? Yeah. Let me ask you a question. If earth is in motion, why don't we directly perceive the motion of the earth? Are the walls of your classroom at rest or motion? Why? To give answers to these questions, we need to understand the terms relative and motion. Look at the screen. Does every statement have a meaning? A statement has a meaning only when there is a relation between the words. Look at this. Water is rectangular. Can be hardly given any meaning. No, because there is no relation between the words. That's why it has no meaning. Now let us observe with some more examples. Right and left. Observe the figure. There are two persons, say A and B, are moving opposite to each other on a road. Beside of him there is a house, right? Now the question is, on which side of the road is the house? Is it on the right side or on the left side of the road? There are two answers possible for the above question, because for the person A, the position of the house is right. For the person B, the position of the house is left. So we can say the position of the house is relative to the observer. Next, observe the globe up and down. For there are four persons standing on the globe on their positions. Now for the person standing A on the globe, his position appears up, and for the person at B appears down. In the same way, for the person B, A appears down, himself he appears up. Similarly, C and D. So directions up and down are not same. They change with the point of observation on the globe. Next, idea of motion. To understand the idea of motion, let us take the following hypothetical activity. Now let us observe the conversation between Somesh and Srinu. Somesh asking to Srinu, what is the state of motion of the tree? Srinu, at rest. What is the state of the motion of the car? Srinu, it is in motion. How do you decide that the car is moving and tree is at rest? Simply, with respect to us, the position of the car is changing with the time, so it is in motion. Tree is at rest because it is not changing its position. So the motion or rest of an object depends on the observer. So it is a combined property of the observer. Let me give the definition of the motion. A body is said to be in motion when its position changing continuously with time relative to the observer. Its position must be changed. So then it is said to be in motion. Examples already given to you. This is another example, but here observer are different, passenger and driver, right, remaining same. Consider distance and displacement. Here is the diagram. Let us try to understand with an activity. Take a ball, throw it into the air with some angle to the horizontal and observe its path and draw it on a paper. See, let me throw. Yeah, consider it's a point A. This is the middle point S, and here is the B. So this is the path. ASB is the path traveled by an object. So it is nothing but length. It is nothing but length of the path, the length of the object. So it is called what? Distance. So ASB is what? Distance. It has no particular direction. See, at this point the direction of this stone is here. At this point direction of the stone is here, and any point, so many directions are there. So particular direction is not available. It has only length. So it is called what? Distance. Then what is about displacement? Yeah, from point A to point B, and it has direction straight to the B. So it has direction, also length. So it is called displacement. Displacement nothing but the shortest path or shortest path. Of course, displacement also a one of distance, but it is a shortest path. Observe the difference, right? Let me give some other example to better betterment for better understand. Consider a square. Here A, B, C and D. A person is at A, want to go to C, and selected the path AB, BC. Finally reached to C. And in the next he selected this path A to C. In these two paths, which is the shortest distance, ABC or AC? Yes, you are absolutely right. AC is the shortest path. So what is ABC? It is nothing but a length. So it become distance, and it is become a displacement. Now understand? Yeah. Let me give the difference between vector and scalar. These are the two important terms. Wherever you go, these are follows you. Jokes are apart. Yeah. Vector and scalar. See, let me define. Vector, a physical quantity which has direction as well as magnitude. Magnitude nothing but length of the path. So here look at AB. A, this is what? Length, and it has direction. So it is a vector. From the previous example, displacement is a vector because it has direction, it has length. So displacement is belongs to vector. Then what is a scalar? Yeah, what is going on your mind? That is absolutely right. Distance. Distance is a scalar because it has only magnitude, nothing but length. It has no direction, right? It is a scalar. And another examples for vector and scalar, speed. Speed is a scalar. Velocity. Velocity is a vector. Acceleration is also a vector, etc. In the next class you will learn. So this is about today's class. So children, I hope you understand. So prepare your own notes and try to understand distance and displacement, vector and scalar, okay, and motion, relative, okay. And if you have any doubt, yeah, please you contact me. Thank you.